right, so the Icemen are back in the playoffs, and Game 3 is tonight against the Florida Everblades. I love that name.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, isn't that a cool name?
Yeah.
Game 4 is tomorrow, April 19th. If necessary, the Icemen would also host Game 5 on Saturday, April 20th. The Everblades would host a potential Game 6 and 7 on April 22nd and 23rd or 24th, respectively. Number 1 Florida Everblades versus the number 4 Jacksonville Icemen. There might be a little bit of a scheduling snafu with the Sharks, right?
Right. It's really interesting, and we're going to talk about that in your weekend event guide. But yeah, it has to do with the Sharks potentially also playing. On Game 5 days.
Okay, like that'll be interesting. We'll see
we
what
want
happens
the Icemen to make it to Game 5, but then we're like, okay, where are the Sharks gonna, like, how do they do that? We'll talk about that a little bit later. A Jacksonville woman, though, Courtney Johnson, will be appearing on the Wheel of Fortune, so check this out.
Hi, I'm Courtney from Jacksonville. Watch me play Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, so maybe someone who just watched that knows who she is.
That'd be cool.
I love Wheel of Fortune. Do you like Wheel of Fortune?
I grew up with Wheel of Fortune. It was the best.
So fun.
Yeah.
Would you do it? Would you
Of
play
course
it?
I would do it.
I know, that'd be so awesome.
Listen, and judging by how bad I am on trivia, I don't know how far I would get.
Well, I feel like that's a little easier though, right? Because you have a little bit of like help. Do you play Wordle ever?
I used to when that first I played that quite a bit, like ad nauseum, and then it kind of just went off.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot of people that just kind of like dropped off. But I still play that every day.
Right on.
So it's kind of keeping the brain.
That's why your vernacular is so
that
poppin'.
why? Because of the 5-letter words I guess every day on Wordle. All right. Well, you can catch Wheel of Fortune tonight at 7 p.m. on NBC 12. Good luck to Courtney. I think that's actually really cool that we've got a local.
I think
And then speaking of local, the local on Anastasia Island has been nominated again as the best roadside motel as part of USA Today's 10 Best Readers' Choice Awards. So this all-digital pink boutique motel is a gem, and you can vote for this St. Augustine staple once per day until the ballots close on Monday, May 6th at noon. You can vote online at 10best.usatoday.com, and the 10 is a digit 10, not the word. And look for Best Roadside Motel as the category.
Cool.
So, yeah, what do you think about that? That's pretty neat.
I think that's great. I think that's super cool. We're not old enough to really to have experienced those really cool roadside motels like back in the day. But you know, when you drive, off the beaten path here in Florida and in Georgia, you can see all those, and they're amazing. You could see how back in the day, in like the '60s, it would have been so poppin' and cool, you know. And like now the interstate kind of like did away with that.
When I see a roadside motel, though, I think of Bates Motel. So like I wouldn't ever want to stay at a roadside motel, but that one does look pretty cool.
Oh wow! All right.